Assalamu alaikum. Today I would like to review this book titled Young Explorers Adventures in Makkah, written by Abu Zaina and self-published by Islamopedia. Here are the details if you wish to purchase your own copy. Okay, so onto the book. Let's get some few pictures. So this book is a guidebook style story about all the sites and historical landmarks about Makkah and Medina, in particular the Hajj and Umrah journey through the eyes of three young children named Maryam, Zaina and Ali. Due to the book being from a child's point of view, this is a great book to help our little ones understand the concepts of Hajj and help them to understand all the rights and principles of Hajj and Umrah. So this book in particular was helpful for me just before the Hajj season. It was a good way for me to just go through the book, look at the pictures of my children, and also to read a few chapters. The reason I didn't read the whole entire book was my children are actually quite young, and they would have lost interest really quickly, especially because they're only 2 and 4 years old, and the eldest is 7, so she did enjoy this book a lot. But the younger ones, I know, were starting to lose their interest after a bit. But nevertheless, I did carry on, and they loved looking at the pictures. They loved listening to me explain to them about all the things that we can see when we go to Makkah, all the things that people would be doing when they go to Hajj and Umrah. In particular, I sort of related it to my experience when I went on Umrah, and it was actually quite exciting for them to know that Mummy once went there, to know that people go there, and to understand why people go there. This is a great book for that. Another reason they really enjoyed it, and actually they were quite excited about, was because lately I've been reading them stories about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from this book. So this is like the life story of the Prophet, but for children. And so I've been reading a chapter every night, and if there's any pictures that might be available in this which is relevant to the chapter that I'm reading in the other book, I would then show them the picture here, and I'll give them more information about that particular site. So for example, last night's chapter in this book was this, and this was talking about the Prophet and Khadija radiallahu anhu's home, and how they kept it, and their family life, their children. And there was another previous chapter that as well. So these two were quite relevant, and to help my children to understand and to visualize, there was a picture here in this book in particular which I showed them, and for them to understand the link between this picture and the story, it was quite exciting, and they were actually quite amazed about this historical fact. So this was a excavation of the site of where their home used to be, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's home, and this is the site that is now how it is. And then there's even a floor plan of the layout of the house that they would have lived at. So for my children, this was quite exciting to link the two books, to give them a visual to the story that they're listening to, that I'm reading. The other reason I love this book is there are so many places that are relevant to our historical facts, and places that we haven't actually been, or would never have time to go, or would not have known. So I think this is a great guidebook. It's a great way for us to understand what is out there in Makkah and Medina, what we can hope to see, and just to get an idea, and also for children as well to understand that whole side to it in their own way. And there's not many guidebooks out there for children, so this is great for little ones to read before they go on a journey to Hajj or Umrah with their family, or even if they're not going on a journey. This is a great book to read to them just before the Hajj season. A great way for them to understand their deen. I hope you enjoyed this review. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.